From Wayward Social in Marshalltown, this is Bobcat Live.
Yeah, welcome in to Bobcat Live, a special Wednesday edition because we have basketball coming up tomorrow night. It is the Highway 30 rivalry. Ames Little Cyclones and the Marshalltown Bobcats. Our coverage will start at 6, girls game, and followed by the boys game right around 7:45 as both teams head in. Girls and boys both 7-2 on the season, and now joined to kick off the show, head coach Mike Apple for the basketball program. Got a 45-34 victory, 11-point win against the Waterloo East Trojans last night. And in that game, you know, I feel like, you know, sometimes this time of year I start to feel like I repeat myself when you and I talk because we see each other 3-4 times a week. But it's just been the name of the game is defense, and that's where it all starts. And you know, you flip on with this weather, it has you thinking about March Madness, but a lot of those teams in March Madness, it's defense is the name of the game that propels them. You look at Houston, they always traditionally have had a lot of success. You look at Iowa State, they play tonight at 7 on the road at Baylor, and they've been playing really good defense. It's where it all starts in the game of basketball, and your team just doing a really good job on that end of things. I talked to you a little bit earlier today just about, you know, this defense, and you mentioned that it might be one of the best defenses that you've coached. What do you think is kind of, in your mind, led to that and made it a sustainable thing this year?
I think first it's got to be a mentality of you know, we're going to approach this and play extremely hard and be consistent every day in what you do and how you practice it. It just doesn't happen overnight. It's something we've spent a lot of time on in practice, and the details matter, and where you're at on the floor matters, and how hard you sprint from spot to spot matters, and our guys all really understand that and buy into that and do it on a consistent basis.
How much is, you know, I was at practice. I saw you guys practicing a little bit, getting ready for Ames tomorrow night. You know, when you look at and scout an opponent in a game like this where you have basically 48 hours to prepare, how much does that kind of affect your game planning? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What's your feelings on that?
It's a little tougher. I mean, just to be honest, but Ames is obviously in the same situation than we are. They played last night too, but just for us going against Ames, it's a little harder. We would obviously like to have 2 days to prepare for them, but I mean, we got to roll with what it is. I mean, we can't change that. Yeah. We had a great practice today. We're very, you know, locked in, and we're really engaged in what we're doing. We're doing a few things a little bit differently, and learning, you know, fairly quickly what we needed to do to go into the game plan against Ames.
I told you the other day when I was growing up, basketball, you know, I didn't grasp it as well as I needed to, but it seemed like, you know, Coach Brynjolfsson was helping lead, kind of talking through some defensive things today, and guys seemed like they were grasping it well and having that knowledge base. Where do you kind of think it comes from for this group as far as their knowledge of the game of basketball, understanding it? Do you feel like, you know, what Coach Brynjolfsson has been doing at the younger levels and some of those kids who played that, you know, community ball and played on Saturdays and stuff help understand the game?
Yeah, you know, with our Marshalltown Basketball Club, I think that's a huge thing. And as a high school coaching staff, we talked about how to even make it better at times and making sure this is what we're doing and you know, introducing it at a younger age. But I think just from a freshman level on, they've just understood this is kind of how it is, and this is how we need to approach things. You look at guys like Jamison, who's here tonight, and Jacob. They were at the varsity level since sophomores, so they've been at it, you know, every practice since their sophomore year, and it's to a point now where they're doing it, and they rarely ever mess up. They just know how to do it on a consistent basis.
Since you played at the college level, what's the difference between high school? Because every level you take a jump. You know, you look at the, you know, D1 schools, and then you move on to the NBA, that kind of stuff. You know, all the terminology and all that kind of stuff. How much does that change from, you know, compared to when you were in college versus high school?
It's just there's a little bit more they're throwing at you as far as just game planning and scouting and you know, how you're guarding certain things, how you're guarding certain screens, ball screens even. You can go into a lot of different variations of how you're going to guard that depending on who the player is. But I mean, a lot of it's really the same. I mean, it's the same principles. You got to be in the right spots. We talk about four-man shell a lot. That transitions to any level of basketball you're playing. If you don't know the spots in that, you're going to have a really hard time playing at that level. But you're playing at a lot quicker pace. Obviously, you have to make those decisions quicker, and that's kind of the huge difference. There is just the pace of play. Those decisions you have to make are a lot quicker defensively.
Yeah, and over the past few years, you haven't had to play a ton of freshmen. This year you are playing Damian Segovia and Lars Schoenfelder. This will be their first. I mean, you've had some tests this year, but this is definitely up a notch going to Ames. You guys found that out last year that, on their senior night they were pretty fired up and ready to go. How do you kind of get the younger guys ready to go for this intensity that they'll see tomorrow night?
I mean, it's just how they approach the game. I mean, we got to be focused and ready. We got to be prepared to go in with the mindset we're going to win, but then we can't just be so amped up to where, we can't catch a pass or we can't, get to the point where you got to kind of keep your composure and no highs, no lows, and just stay consistent and be ready to play.
Yeah. Ames, #1 defense in the state of Iowa in Class 4A. Marshalltown has the #2 defense as far as scoring goes in the state of Iowa going into tomorrow night. Ames is 5th ranked. I don't know what it is, but, Dylan and I were talking before the season. Some fresh faces. Obviously, there's some Mirage Dow, Will Thomas is back. Some familiar names for Ames, but kind of a little bit of a reload season for them in comparison. But, again, somehow, some way in his 22nd year, Vance Downs has found a way to put out another solid group of basketball players. What's your assessment on Ames and what they're doing well or what maybe they do a little bit different than in years past?
They're not really doing a ton different. I mean, it's the program they've established there, and Coach Downs has obviously done that for, since he's been there for 22 years. He's established just an amazing program where you have 4 or 5 guys that really didn't touch the varsity floor last year, and it doesn't look like that. And I mean, that just shows the depth and what they have there and what they got going on is pretty incredible. And then, it's a rivalry. That's Ames. Marshalltown's been a rivalry, and it's been, to be honest, it's been lopsided here the past, 10, 15 years. I mean, it's been they've really had our number. They've kind of been the team that's been the better one, the team that's been making it state. And kind of before that, we're talking, in the early 2000s and before. I mean, that was us. We were Marshalltown was kind of the team making it state, and the team Ames was trying to beat, and it's kind of just flipped here for the past 20 years, and it'd be great to kind of flip that back again and get that going. They're always a tough team. They're obviously very well coached, and it'll be a tough test for us tomorrow. Yeah,
I've heard a lot from the community. People excited about the girls 7-2, boys are 7-2. Since I've been calling games since 2019 and looking back history-wise, this is the best combined start between the girls and boys. How much excitement do you kind of feel? I mean, it was a nice packed crowd last night for you in the Roundhouse.
It's great. I mean, it's great to have girls having success too. I think success can be contagious. If you're around it enough, if you're around those people that are winning and having success, there's a way you approach things, and it's kind of just the seriousness of it all. Of we're here to win games and do this the right way. It changes hopefully the culture moving forward and how we approach things.
Yeah. Jacob Hayes is going to join us in just a little bit. It's his senior year. He's really putting it together this year. Led you in scoring last night. Had a really good game. He's had a bunch of those this year. His sophomore year, he played a little bit. You could see that he was still developing. He got that JV experience, and then last year he was pretty much a full-time starter. You could see that by the end of the year, he really started to turn it on. I keep always recalling that game at Mason City when Kyle hit him for that over-the-head pass, and he hit the shot at the buzzer there in the third quarter and helped propel you guys to that win in postseason play. But then this year he comes in and The confidence is way up. What's it been like to see his progression over his year at the varsity, his years at varsity?
It's been great. I mean, what he's doing right now, he's playing at a really high level. It's the best basketball he's played in his career. He's playing with confidence. He's got the ability to score it in a lot of different ways. You saw, in that first half, first quarter, first half last night. I mean, he had it going there. I mean, he drove it to the rim. He got fouled. He made some free throws, and then he knocked down a three, posted up one time, and scored it that way. So he's being very versatile. But the biggest thing with him is when he plays hard in his mind, like he's locked into the game. He understands what we're doing.
Yeah.
He's doing some really, really good things right now. So that's what we really just want him to stay consistent with, is just be focused, be ready, play hard. How he's grabbing rebounds right now, how he's finishing around the rim. It's been really, really awesome to see.
Yeah, and you got back Jamison Niehaus after the break as well. I know battling through that knee issue, but he had 4 points against Council Bluffs Jefferson. I thought he gave you some really good minutes last night. What's that been like to add another guy to the rotation?
I thought he was great last night. I thought he he defended well. He was rebounding. He was moving well. So it's great to have him in there. He needs to get, just as he continues to play, a little bit better shape, just as game speed. But he's playing extremely hard, and he's got the ability to score too. And we haven't seen that yet, but he does have that ability to do so. So that's just another guy we have that we can go to when we need some baskets.
Yeah. All right. So you mentioned it's been a while, and Ames has I was doing some research because I always love looking back and then reminiscing about some of the great Bobcat players that I've been able to call games for. But last time you beat Ames was in 2021, so you look to stop an 8-game slide tomorrow night. That year, Taman Lipsey was a junior.
Yep.
He had 19 points. Armani Thomas had a Armani Thomas kind of game. He had 16 points, which loved watching him. Grant Griesel as well, loved watching him. He had 11 that night. Drake Capeyu had 10. Prince Jala had 9 points and 6 boards. Isaiah Borges had 6 points and 3 assists. One thing that I noticed a lot about that team and this team is, they could play some pretty good defense, but also, much like this team this year, there's guys down the line who can score. Yeah. It's not just one guy. Yeah. There's multiple guys getting in the mix. I feel like that's kind of the game that you're going to need, right, tomorrow night. That balanced attack, not only on defense but offense.
Absolutely.
As well.
No, it's going to take guys scoring it. They're very good defensively. There's times where we're going to run some sets, and we're not going to, if we get some easy ones like we have, great. But I wouldn't really anticipate that happening. So we got to kind of run through our actions and then be ready to attack and make plays off of that and make it happen.
And with that said, that team that year beat Ames, and then I think he went on like a 4-game losing streak after that, but then got into postseason play, beat Roosevelt, and then you took on one of my all-time favorite Bobcat games to call at Waukee on the road. I don't know if you remember who was all on that team. Tucker DeVries, who, of course, started at Drake, went to West Virginia, now at Indiana. Peyton Sanford at Iowa. Price Sanford at Iowa, now playing at Nebraska, which is, top 5?
Yeah, they're good.
They're a top 5 team. Omaha Ballou, that was his first go-around with Waukee. A couple of years later, he ended up coming back, but he's at Wake Forest now. Cade Kelderman was coming off the bench. He's at Iowa State. And you almost beat him, 54-48. That game came down to the wire. That was just a phenomenal game. And that was the closest game they had all postseason play. They blew everybody out, including Ames. But, that's what basketball is about. It doesn't matter if you're going against guys who are they were starting all Division I players eventually, but your guys went out and collectively as a group, and that's what I see out of this group too, is coming together for the team.
Yeah, I keep saying this a lot, but I just think they really care about it. They want to do it.
Yeah.
There's no secrets in it. When you see it as a coach, it's like if you do it every day, usually good things are going to happen for you. So it's just give credit to them, the guys. They're bought in. They work extremely hard. They're all great teammates. Yeah. There's no attitude or anything with any of them. They just get coached up, and it's really fun to be around, and we've enjoyed it so far, and keep building and continue to get better and better and see where this thing goes.
Best player you've coached against?
I mean, there's a lot on that list there. Taman would obviously be up there as well. I'd probably say either Taman, Lipsy, or one of those guys from Waukee that year.
Yeah. Who was it? Was it Price or no? It was Peyton that played at Waukee Northwest.
Peyton was really good too
when he was with Kelderman that year.
Price is his younger brother. He was at Waukee Northwest.
Okay.
The last year we were in the SAML, I think he had close to 40 points against us. He might have had 40 points against us.
Yeah. That was a fun game too. But anyway, that was my afternoon, reminiscing a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, tomorrow night, around 7:45, Bobcats tip-off against the Ames Little Cyclones. Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow night. That is head coach Mike Apple. We'll talk to some of the guys, Jamison Niehaus, Jacob Hayes, coming up as we continue with Bobcat Live at Wayward Social. We're inside Rosie's on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Scooters Coffee in Marshalltown wishes you the happiest holidays and a wonderful start to the new year full of love, laughter, and coffee. Remember to fuel yourself through the busy days. Stop by Scooters Coffee in Marshalltown for your favorite seasonal drinks, classic go-tos, or a little treat just for you. Whether it's a warm latte, a sweet holiday-inspired drink, or a pick-me-up on a chilly day, Scooters has something to make your day brighter. Scooters Coffee in Marshalltown, keeping you energized, refreshed, and ready to enjoy every moment of the season.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live. Thanks to our crowd coming out here tonight inside Rosie's. I'm Brandon Lewis. Our producer, Dave Braga, over here. He celebrated a birthday and then was talking to Kyle Smith, and Kyle promised him a win last night. So you guys delivered, took down Waterloo East. How you feel?
Pretty good.
Good. Jamison, how you feeling?
I feel pretty good about it, too.
Good. All right. So I know knee injury kept you out there in the month of December, but you finally get back. Now, I know during football season, a couple of games we saw you, that knee kind of bothering you a little bit. Is that when it kind of started for you? Or?
I mean, I would kind of say it started in the summer. We did a lot of, I had football and basketball in the summer.
Yeah.
I was feeling some problems, but in football it did get a little worse.
Yeah, you still ran for quite a few yards, though. And you had this guy coming in and playing good backup quarterback and tight end for you. A little safety this year as well.
Don't talk about it.
All right, so but you play linebacker and quarterback as well, Jamison, on the football team. Being able to mix and match and play different positions. This isn't a team that has a 6'8" center on the basketball floor, so you guys kind of have to move around and do a few different things. How much do you think that kind of helps as far as being a versatile player, not only in football but basketball and all those other sports?
I think it helps everybody out. I mean, if I can play point guard and power forward, it makes the load on everybody else smaller.
Yeah. Jacob?
I would kind of say the same thing. I mean, we're all of us are ready to kind of do whatever the position requires, and we're all able to do a lot of different stuff on the court. So, kind of mix and match.
Yeah. You had 4 points against Council Bluffs Jefferson. How did it feel getting that first bucket to go?
It was pretty good. I mean, it was wide open.
Jacob, you've had quite a few really good games so far down the line as you guys are 7-2 heading to the road to Ames. We talked a little bit about it with Coach just a little bit. You were playing, I don't know if you call it around the world. That's what I would call it in practice today. You seemed pretty comfortable and confident in your shot out there. You feeling good?
I feel pretty good, yeah. I mean, it's really easy in an open gym, too. So,
there's not a guy in your face,
right,
you know. But what's kind of led to that confidence? Have you just been shooting all off season, or what's kind of led to it for you?
I would say that's part of it. I mean, you know, the preparation ahead of time to be ready. I'd also say just, I'm playing a little bit more. I'm letting it come to me this year, you know. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just, I'm going to see this, and I'm going to go after it.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's more of it.
Yeah, we can really tell, too, because especially once you get down down low. We haven't seen you post up a ton until this year is really when you started to post up a lot more, work the ball inside and that kind of thing. Has that been fun to add that element to your game?
Yeah, it's been fun. I haven't really done that since freshman year. I did some, but, I mean, it's easier to score the closer you are, obviously.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot of easier shots, and people fall for pump fakes really a lot. So.
Well, last night I saw you a couple times against Waterloo East. You were kind of backing down, and then you were just looking. It was more of a decoy than anything, right? I mean, how much is that piece of the offense? Like, for example, Kyle setting a good screen, and we've seen you backdoor teams left and right this year.
I mean, that's a big part of it is moving without the ball, getting open. I mean, not everything's going to be off the dribble or off a move. A lot of it's going to be, I'm going to cut here, or let's say I get the ball, then they're all going to suck in. Someone's going to be wide open outside. So it's a lot of off-ball movement to get shots.
Yeah. Tyler Dorothy nailed a 3. Is he here? There he is. He's here. Hey, he nailed a 3 in the student section. Went wild. Now, I'm sorry, Tyler, but he kind of missed a 3 the other night. But I was looking back. I was looking back at the highlights, and everybody on the bench was, had a 3 and excited. How much fun is that, Jameson? You had to be a team morale guy for the first month of the year. But how much fun is that, kind of enjoying the success of your teammates and watching that?
I mean, I'd say we're all like really close, really good friends. It just makes everything more fun.
Yeah, for sure. How fun was it, though, to see Tyler knock down that 3 and get in there?
The best part of the year. And everything that's happened, that's probably my favorite part of the entire year.
Yeah. I have to ask you, are you a big Jameis Winston fan?
Just his celebrations.
Anyway, I love the win cam, and that's what we hope for tomorrow night. What's your key to beat Ames tomorrow night?
I would say it all comes on defense. I mean, we got to, play hard. We got to play fast. We got to talk a lot because they're going to have some sets going that they really have down. So we're going to have to talk a lot, help each other out, and also rebounding. I mean, they have 2 pretty tall guys, so we're going to have to take them out of the equation and kind of work from there to get the rebounds. And then our offense is going to, we're going to get our shots. We're going to have to work for them a little bit harder, but we can get our shots still.
Yeah. Jameson, your key tomorrow night?
I say we all got to play a little harder. We have a lot more depth this year compared to last year, so we all play a little harder.
Yeah. Plus, I think, you beat him in football, you might as well beat him in basketball,
Just
right?
Go for the sweep.
Go for the sweep. That is for sure. Any other things that you guys are involved in during the year? I heard a rumor you might be playing baseball this year. Is that a bad rumor?
I don't know who you heard that from. But.
I heard it from you. Anyway, what else are you doing this year outside of basketball and football?
After this, I'm just doing probably track, and working out, so I get stronger. So.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Jameson?
Same with me.
Track?
Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. No tennis or anything? Yeah.
You might see me.
I guess I won't. I'm not going to believe you until I see you out there for first pitch for the baseball season. I guess that's it. You want to ask any questions to Jameson, or you got any questions for anybody else?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Have you and Kyle been post-game celebration at Quick Trip?
Oh, of course. That's like our go-to.
Chocolate or strawberry?
I go
after
chocolate. He usually goes. He asks me to pay, and then he'll be like,
Yeah.
he'll get like the most expensive thing. So.
That's the only place. I only run into Jacob and Kyle at two places. It's either at Quick Trip or at the high school. So, anyway, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks.
it. Best of luck rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
All right. Give it up, Jameson Niehaus and Jacob Hayes on Bobcat Live. We'll switch gears. We'll talk girls wrestling when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Anytime is a great time to treat yourself at Dairy Queen. From legendary blizzards and cakes to juicy burgers and crispy fries, whatever you're craving, we've got you covered. Both Marshalltown locations have all your lunch and dinner favorites to keep you smiling and coming back for more. Right now, try the sauced and tossed sweet chili chicken strip basket, frosted sugar cookie blizzard, or the holiday nog shake. Don't wait. Swing by either Marshalltown location or get Dairy Queen delivered today.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
Back in on Bobcat Live here on KFJB-TV. Thanks so much for joining us live here as Isaiah Cox, girls wrestling coach, now joins us. How was your Christmas and New Year's? Did you get some good quality time with everybody?
Yes. I got me a coffee maker.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
all right.
yes,
what did you go, Keurig?
Yes, Keurig.
Okay.
Keurig.
All right.
So,
all right. What's your blend?
I'm a pumpkin spice guy.
Pumpkin spice.
Yes,
wow.
yes,
all right.
yes, yes.
All right. I'm more of the dark roast. I like that bold flavor. Creamer in your coffee?
I love creamer and sugar.
Okay.
A lot of sugar and creamer.
I don't take you as a lot of sugar kind of guy, though.
Yeah. It's just you got to sneak it in there sometimes. You got to sneak it in there.
Well, you're busy, so you gotta get something to keep you going.
Yep.
Wrestling season well underway in the heart of things. We've got the Allie Morrison duels coming up this Saturday, but kind of recap a little bit of December for me. You took on Ottumwa. We had that one right here on KFJB-TV. Girls really battled in that one. I know Olivia Wise had a nice win in that one. Adriana Walker, Charlotte Reyes, Addison Lovelace. So tell me a little bit about the end of December working into January here.
We faced some tough competition. Sorry. The girls, they've been battling the whole time. Ottumwa, I came from there.
Yeah.
Those girls, they worked their butt off to get where they are today. And, I just kept telling our girls, that's where we're going to be. They had me for a while. Now we're going to be like that here soon. They got a lot of girls graduating, so I can't wait till next year. So we're going to see.
Were you reminiscing a little bit when you took on Ottumwa? Did you see some of the girls you knew from the program?
Yeah, they see me. I made a deal because last year I made a deal with our girls. This year I'm not going to say anything to them. I wouldn't look their way. So it was kind of, it was like, hey, I can't talk to you guys today. Hey, it's enemy. So it was awesome, man. But though, these guys are been competing. They've been working hard. I think we got a new fire under us this after break, because just tonight practice, yesterday's practice, Monday's practice, we've just been hitting on all cylinders. So I'm ready to compete now.
Well, you've been off, December 20th was your last? You were at the Boone Invite.
Yep.
And so, it's been a little bit of a layoff. How does that impact? Because I know I call a lot of basketball games, so I know that, your shot can maybe get a little bit off with that game speed.
Yeah.
How does it impact you out there on the mat?
I think we needed a little rest time because we were hitting it hard, man. We had duels like back to back to back to back. And, our girls were feeling it a little bit. But now they were talking like, all right, I'm ready to go. I want to do this now again. And it's the heart of the season where girls are starting to wanting to quit because, it's a long season.
Yeah.
And now, our girls are like, okay, like, it's time.
Yeah.
This is time where you can punch your ticket right here. So
because, real practice started in November, but I'm
Yep.
sure there's some off-season work, and then you started with meets in late November. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was a little bit of a nice reset button.
Yep.
Did you do anything kind of fun for the ladies during
we had our Christmas party. We
Okay.
played dodgeball, all that good stuff.
On the wrestling mats?
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the wrestling mats. So it was fun, We ultimate dodgeball, so they just love running around rampant. So it's awesome. So
yeah, you're going to be in the auxiliary gym this Saturday for the Allie Morrison duels, an event that you won last year. You won 5 matches in there, so looking to go and repeat for that.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit of preview for the Allie Morrison duels this weekend.
We have Knoxville first. There's going to be some good matches in there. I can't wait to see that. I'm excited to see our girl Ella over here. She's going to be coming up, speaking soon, seeing how she feels and, how she's doing, because she's doing really well this year, and I can't wait to see what she had. And then our freshman, Faith, I'm excited to see her wrestle. She has some good matches this weekend. Nevaeh, Olivia, they have some good matches. So there's going to be some competition, and I'm ready to see us fire off.
And you'll have 6
Yep,
matches?
6 matches Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah. What's that experience like for them when they get to that? Because, I know, like, for example, Olivia made it to state last year. What's that experience like going back to back to back, like that, to be able to get in a flow of a weekend and have a little bit of probably of a grind too, with that experience out there? What's that mean kind of long term for the rest of the season?
Because, I remember last year at Allie Morrison, our first duel, like we came out flat-footed. We won, but we came out flat-footed, and I took us in the back, and I was like, shoot them up a little bit. And after that, they came out firing, so it helped. It built us. I think it made Nevaeh and Olivia better. It made our whole team better last year because winning that duel, that made them feel like, okay, we can do this thing. We can get people to stay. We can do this. I can do this. So it's a huge momentum swing for us if we're doing good right now.
Yeah, and of course, since you've taken on, you continue to build the years on here.
Yeah.
What's it been like for you to be in there, and now the girls really know you. They know your style. They know what you kind of set as far as expectations go.
It's actually awesome because, like, the work ethic with, it's just boosting, keep boosting. Like, today Charlotte Rhea, she was like, hey, I want you to call us Stance in Motion. I like when you do it. Like, she's liking me going fast-paced and stuff. She's wanting that.
Yeah.
So that was awesome to hear. It's awesome to see these girls. They want to be pushed. They want to go. They want to get better. So I'm just loving it right now.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Are you and Coach Cross still crossing over?
Yes.
We
just did it over break.
Oh, did you?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right.
yes.
Does that kind of reset you, too, as a coach? Get that, coaching the guys,
Yes.
and now the ladies are getting Coach Cross's voice and a little bit different?
I feel like the guys make me be a little tougher a little bit because I do have a little soft spot, but then I get with them and they're like, man, push us a little harder. So I do that, then I go back and I'm like, all right, I got to push them harder too. So it's good for me and Cross. The girls like it because, like I said before, it's some things that I do that he doesn't. It's some things that he do that I don't. So we're always making each other better every day. So it's really a good thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, month of January is flying by, and then what, states early to – is the
Early
first
February.
couple – yeah, early –
February 5th, 6th.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, I mean, you're having to make it count right now, right? Getting ready for districts and all that good stuff.
Yep, getting ready for districts. We'll be in South Tama this year. So, we've been, I have my guy Jeremy, one of our assistant coaches. He's been doing a great job, getting our stuff together, seeing what seeds we're going to be in, things like that. So it's awesome, man. It's awesome. I'm excited.
That's
I'm
awesome
really
to hear.
Excited.
Yeah, well, we look forward to it. Allie Morrison duels coming up this weekend inside the Roundhouse. Give it up, Coach Cox. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it as always. We'll continue
man.
girls wrestling when we come back on Bobcat Live from Wayward Social.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit VisionSource-MarshalltownEyeCare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
Eat at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and support the Bobcats when you order the Bobcat Burger. 2 juicy quarter-pound beef patties stacked with crispy bacon, sautéed onions, and a mouth-watering blend of American, cheddar, Jack, and Swiss cheeses, all on a toasted bun with fresh shredded lettuce. And here's the best part. $1 from every Bobcat burger sold goes to Marshalltown High School activities. Satisfy your burger craving and support the Bobcats at the same time. Only at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside, right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Back in on Bobcat Live. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Oh, yeah, Coach Cox is the loudest one in the crowd. Ella DeMonte, Faith Summerlot on Bobcat Live. How are you ladies doing?
Good.
Good. Both of you played softball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ella, I remember you got that lefty swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember you drilling a home run over right field last summer. I don't remember who that was against. You remember?
No.
You hit a couple home runs last year, didn't you?
I only had one.
You only had one? Well, that was the one that we were broadcasting. Dave, were you on the call for that? No, I don't think so. Okay, I think that was the second game of the doubleheader. She came in and hit that. Anyway, I remember it. It was a good time. And Faith, you pitched, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so how many activities, sports outside of girls wrestling are you involved in?
I'm on the swim team, and I also am on track.
Okay.
Dance team, softball.
Okay. All right. So both of you are pretty busy. Tell me a little bit about your wrestling season so far and how fun it's been to wrestle for Coach Cox.
It's been going pretty good. It's nice that we have a lot more. There's a lot of more people this year, so we have a bigger group. Yeah.
Other wrestlers to go against at your weight class and stuff, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how intense? I know Coach Cox was talking about the intensity. What's it like during practice for you?
It's definitely intense with the conditioning and stuff, but it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah. So it's your sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
Did you wrestle last year in your freshman season?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So where do you feel like you are compared to a year ago as far as feeling comfortable out there on the mat and picking different, maybe moves up and that kind of thing?
Well, I've learned a lot. I've been doing a lot better with wins and stuff, and I feel like a better wrestler.
Yeah. All right, Faith, tell me a little bit about your season, a freshman year for you. I believe your record's 6-2 coming into this week. I'm not sure. I was looking at track wrestling. I'm not sure if that was right or not. But anyway, tell me a little bit about your.
Definitely more opportunities, but it's definitely been more of a learning experience, learning more losses, but more wins, more opportunities too. So it's different than middle school wrestling, of course.
Yeah, what's that jump like coming into your freshman year? Because I know middle school is a great opportunity to kind of try it out, but obviously you kind of kick it up a notch when you come to the high school level, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a different jump, especially in practice, even practice alone, just the conditioning, the different technique and learning different technique. Meets are bigger, more intense as well.
Yeah. What do you really enjoy about wrestling? What do you find the most exciting aspect of it?
I love the community, all the girls, the team. That's probably my favorite part, just being around all the girls, the family.
Yeah. What do you love about wrestling and the fire that I'm sure Coach Cox kind of instills in everybody?
Probably the team too.
Yeah.
It's a big community.
Yeah. As you get ready for this weekend, I know a lot of success last year in the Allie Morrison duels. When you go into a day where you're going to have those 6 different matches, how do you kind of get yourself ready to go? Are you kind of scouting some of the ladies you might wrestle against, or what's your approach?
I try to keep my nerves down. I listen to a lot of music and just focus on my wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you?
Before meets, I try and just focus in as much as I can, keeping myself humble, but keeping my confidence, trying to find that good ratio is always difficult before meet days.
Yeah.
But definitely something I'm starting to overcome more this year.
Yeah.
My nerves.
Who have you kind of looked up to on the team to maybe learn something from, or that you've kind of enjoyed to be around to learn something more about wrestling?
Well, definitely Addie and Olivia Wise and Nevaeh, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our Addie is one of our seniors, and then Olivia and Nevaeh went to state last year. So then.
Yeah. Faith, how about you? Anybody that you've really enjoyed to be around and learn something from?
I was definitely gonna say Maddie McDonald. She's one of our seniors as well. She always has an amazing work ethic. She's a hard worker. I really look up to that.
Yeah, that's fun. Of course, coming into this weekend, what do you know you have to do well to perform well out there on the mat?
Sleep well, just lock in, be ready to wrestle hard.
Yeah, it can be a long day. I mean, I'm sure you got to be ready for the grind out there, right?
Yeah, I think just going into any meet, it's just so much focus. You got to make sure you're taking care of yourself and pre and then after, of course, recovery.
Yeah. What's it been like to kind of see girls wrestling expanded into a sport and the growth of girls wrestling? How fun has that aspect been?
It's really fun. I remember I started in 8th grade, and it was a team of 5 girls, and we always wrestled with the guys. And that's nice. Now we have 30 girls, and we have our own space and everything.
Yeah, that is really cool. Your aspect of kind of coming from middle school and seeing it grow there and into high school?
Yeah, I think the growth and the involvement it's just crazy. Girls wrestling is just becoming this huge thing now, and it's so exciting to be a part of that. It's exciting to see it grow. It just keeps getting more and more attention.
Yeah. Did either of you wrestle AAU at the youth levels, or did you just try it in middle school, or how did you lead up to wrestling?
I just tried in middle school.
Okay. All right.
I wrestled as a little girl, and then I took a break, came back 7th and 8th grade year.
Okay. All right. So how was that to take a little bit of time? Did it kind of refuel you and your passion for wrestling?
I think so, yeah. I really do think that it just always stayed deep inside me, and started to kind of come back into middle school, getting more interested into it now, taking it more seriously than I did when I was really little.
Well, best of luck rest of your sophomore season and freshman season, all right? All right. Ella and Faith, give it up for them. Girls wrestling here on Bobcat Live. We'll talk girls basketball when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, you're more than a member, you're family. Since 1948, we've been helping members and their families save more, borrow smarter, and reach their financial goals. Whether it's a low-rate auto loan, a mortgage that feels manageable, or simply a savings account that grows with you, we're here to make banking simple and stress-free. Discover the credit union difference today. Visit Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, where people helping people is more than a motto, it's who we are. Learn more at lennoxecu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Back in on Bobcat Live here at Wayward Social inside Rosie's. Now joined by girls basketball coach Brian Murphy. You just got done with practice. How was it?
We did. There's never enough time, but we got done what we need to get done. These tight turnarounds are always interesting from a coaching standpoint. So,
yeah. We talked about that a little bit with Coach Apple, just as far as how you get your team ready to go. I mean, I'm sure you probably watched a little bit of tape of Ames already, maybe a little bit before past 48 hours, but what's kind of the biggest thing for you as a coach to make sure that they're ready to go for tomorrow night?
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about Ames is that we know what's coming. They've run the same style of defense now for about 3 or 4 years since their current coach has gotten there. So, I mean, from an X's and O's standpoint, we know what to expect. The biggest thing is recognizing the physicality of the game and then being ready for it, where we've got to adjust to what's being allowed on the court. It's going to be full court. It's going to be physical, so we've got to make sure that whatever's being allowed, we adjust to it, and we attack their aggression to try to use that against them.
I felt like getting Waterloo East before you take on Ames is kind of a good warm-up, right? Because they're physical. They like to put that pressure on you. You kind of feel the same way about them, kind of that warm-up and getting you ready to go?
There's definitely a lot of similarities. Certainly, East has a little bit more size than Ames has, which is new for East. But wouldn't have minded an extra rest day in between just to recover from some bumps and bruises. But there's certainly a lot of similarities, and it's always interesting the way the schedule falls, where sometimes the teams align that happen to have kind of similar philosophies and play styles, and this year it kind of worked out that way.
I always love a good coach who wears their emotions on their sleeve, but I also appreciate a coach that is like you. Whether you're winning or losing, I don't know. The expression on your face isn't a ton different, and I think that's what comes like. What I'm talking about is last night when Millie Heitman hit that three, I could see your mind had instantly gone to, we're going to overtime. We need to get ready for that.
And I told her after the game, my biggest concern was making sure she didn't step on an ankle celebrating because we still had 4 more minutes to go. But I will say I've been told that my face wasn't neutral for a lot of that fourth quarter with some of the officiating. But, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So.
Yeah, that is for sure. What did you think about that? I mean, Morgan Hildebrand hit a big three, got you in position. Grayson Downing goes to the line. She could have made it a 4-point game, but she only made it a 3-point game. Georgia gets it, outlets it to Millie, knocks down the shot. That final minute there of the fourth quarter, break that down for me as far as what was kind of going through your mind and what you saw for execution-wise.
Ultimately in that scenario, you're just trying to get the ball down court fast enough to get it into somebody's hands to get a shot off. I'll be honest, when the rebound came out, I didn't think there was any chance we were getting a shot off. And I think, it's one of those small things, and this is kind of a chance to shout out Georgia a little bit because, Georgia's somebody that has kind of done things under the radar all year, and you get done, it's like, oh, she was the second leading scorer last night, or, oh, she was, she had the most steals. But it was her rebound, quick outlet, getting the ball down floor that set Millie up there. And, I think we've all watched that replay a few times. And that's the thing that sticks out is when you see Georgia get the ball, you think there's no way that ball's getting down floor with enough time to get a shot off. And, she got it there. Millie got the shot up. And I've had more than one person tell me that shot defied physics because I swear it hit below the rim and rolled up. But, it's funny. It feels like that's been the kind of season we've had where for so long it feels like things always go the wrong way. And that shot kind of epitomized the way a lot of things have broken right this season where, girls are just finding a way to make things happen even if it's not always pretty. And it's kind of fun when that opportunity presents itself and somebody takes advantage.
Yeah, for sure. You start out overtime, you take the lead, and then Waterloo East eventually takes back the lead. And there at the end of the game, you get a 2-point bucket. You're hoping for probably a 3 in that situation. Was that kind of the play call, or were you hoping that maybe time would kind of work itself out there to maybe get a foul and extend the game?
Yeah, certainly you're hoping for a chance to tie. I think that the hardest thing about that overtime is at that point. So we had burned all of our timeouts, and so you've got overtime. You can burn your one timeout at a very timely manner. So we had already used ours to call kind of a full court play to get it down, and then it was 2 possessions later. So at that point, you're just kind of hoping that we can get the right thing to happen. And I think the hardest thing about a game like that, where Waterloo East, Ames, their goal is not always to turn you over; it's to speed you up, and the whole game was pretty chaotic in a variety of ways. And I think it's really challenging. It takes a lot of maturity to kind of collectively know, okay, what needs to happen in this moment. The clock's going down. And, as we've said over and over, we haven't had a lot of opportunities to be in those situations, and you almost have to go through it to understand what it feels like.
Yeah.
And, now we know, and we're assuming we're going to have more close games this season, and you kind of learn from those small moments that led to that big one.
Well, and you hear sometimes people at higher levels in sports and even at the high school level, like, sometimes you may learn a little bit more from a loss than you actually do a win. I consider last night just a great game overall. Your team gave great effort to put themselves in position to nearly win that game. Is that kind of how you feel too? Like you learned a lot about, like you mentioned, getting in those situations so when postseason comes, you're ready for those.
You hope so. And I think the hard thing about a game like that is you've got to walk the fine line of kind of living in it a little bit, where you can't just walk away and forget about it. You've got to go back, watch the film, kind of get into it a little bit, walk through it to make sure you've actually learned from it before you leave it behind. And I think that's the balance, where you don't want to wallow in the things that went wrong, but you do want to embrace them, learn from them, so you can actually apply them in the future. And that it is part of that experience. And when you talk about underclassmen growing up to be the upperclassmen, to finally have that experience, it takes those kind of moments to learn from. We've had moments break right. I think about North a couple years ago where Amara stole the ball and won it for us on a last-minute breakaway. So, all those little things kind of stack up over time, and that kind of whole package is what eventually gets you to where you're hoping girls will be by the time they graduate.
Yeah, girls are 7-2, boys are 7-2. I asked Coach Apple his Marshalltown basketball right now, the feeling. I get a lot of comments about, hey, the girls are off to a great start. I know that they want this. They are striving for it. But to see the early season success, what's that feeling like for you, knowing that, this has kind of been a build up, to reach this?
I think the thing that we are most excited about is, when you think about the impact the senior class has had, and really this collective group now that's been together for about 3 years, where we have Amara and Frankie, part of that core even as juniors. Morgan's been with us the last 2 years. The impact they're having on our future is significant, and I don't think that they'll probably fully appreciate that until years down the road. Because I think about, you think about kids showing up to the Roundhouse, right? Historically, they'd walk in, you glance up at the score, it's a lopsided game, kind of tune out, right? And you think about girls now, and Megan and I have talked about this several times, where you look down and there's a student section of girls watching our girls succeed and kind of like recognizing, like, this is something I want to be a part of. And it's something we're starting to see and hear from some of the younger grades, where there's an excitement and enthusiasm to be a part of that growth. And, we've got 8th graders coming in, working in practice with some of our JV, and it's that commitment, that excitement to be a part of something that's on the rise, and it's something that we're excited to keep going. And I hope the seniors don't vanish when they're done, and they can come back and appreciate some of the groundwork they helped lay. So it's an exciting time.
Yeah, the place was going wild after Millie hit that big three last night. It was so fun to see. I think the second loudest moment was when Kendall Brummel hit her first bucket of the season and getting her back. What's that meant to your program?
It's been great. It's Kendall, somebody we didn't know was coming, which is always an exciting thing. And she reached out this summer and got a hold of us. And so we had her all summer and kind of knew, she was going to be a part of the season. We didn't know how much. And so when we realized we were getting back earlier than we thought, it was kind of that excitement of like, all right, here's somebody that is really going to come in and contribute for us. She is another incredibly feisty defender, which just adds to our identity already. And then certainly somebody that can come in, knock down some shots. She was with us with some scrimmages over the break at Norwalk, and I think she started like 2 for 2 from 3, which is a great way to jump into some live action. So
you'll take that anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been great to have her come in, and it's always impressive when somebody's able to step in kind of seamlessly and kind of figure out the way things are going, and to be a part of it without really making it feel like it's unnatural. She's been able to step in, and it's a credit to her for kind of having a good read and a good feel for what we need. Well,
and I'm sure the depth piece too, this time of the season, you never know. You might, somebody might roll an ankle or whatever, and I know I'm not trying to jinx anybody, but, things like that happen when you're playing 3 games a week, that kind of stuff. So to be able to have that depth piece, how much is that a big piece? Because next week, you've got 3 games, I believe, next week, and you'll be January is always a grind.
It is. And the way our schedule works out, not only do we have a number of 3-game weeks, we also have most of our schedule on the road. So, I mean, that can wear you down. And even if it's not injury, sometimes it's illness. I mean, it's just, like you said, January is a tough one. And the more players you can have ready to contribute, the better. And you just never know who or what's going to be needed on a given night, and certainly adding Kendall in has been a huge add for us.
Yeah, you take on Ames tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. You can see the game right here on KFJB-TV as you head to Ames. A 4-game winning streak for Ames. They beat Fort Dodge last night. Did they play Urbandale on Monday?
They did, and they beat Urbandale by about 10. So,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Urbandale's, they're solid. You know, they're kind of the low end of CIML, which is still saying something. So,
yeah, for sure. Yep. I mean, I saw the rankings. Southeast Polk was 2-5 and got ranked in the top 15. So
yep. A little bit of a
that's the CIML.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they're fairly balanced on offense for the most part. They're led by Victoria Williams. We saw her a little bit last year. 14 points per game, 2.5 assists, 4 steals per game. She's kind of the feisty one in that group. When you go into a game like this defensively, is there, you know, because I've seen some of the ladies kind of bounce around and get tasked with defensive assignments, but is there, you know, somebody you're targeting to put on her, or how do you maybe a collective approach defensively?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and this has been the case for years, I mean, their best offense is their defense. I mean, when you keep them to a half-court game, they just don't have a lot of size. I mean, they are physical, they're feisty, but, I mean, the tallest player that plays a lot is about 5'9". So, I mean, it's their best offense is when they either get a steal and go or off a transition. So, I mean, we feel pretty good about as long as we take care of the ball on offense and get our defense set, you know, really they're kind of an equal opportunity offense where a lot of Victoria's points come off of steals and transition. And beyond that, I mean, it's kind of your standard 5-out pass and cut, shoot whoever's open. And they've got some girls that have knocked down some shots, but, I mean, they're starting 2 freshmen, and they're kind of hit and miss. So, I mean, if we keep it to a half-court game, we like our chances. But, you know, we know the reality of kind of that pressure, and we've got to make sure that we know we'll make mistakes, and we've got to make sure that mistakes don't compound each other, right? We've got to have a short memory, learn from it, and then move on.
Always looking forward to it. The Highway 30 rivalry tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Brian, thanks for the time. Good to see you. We'll see you tomorrow.
You as well. Appreciate it.
All right, Brian Murphy, give it up. Girls basketball head coach. When we come back, we'll talk to Morgan Hildebrand. Kendall Brummel join us live right here at Wayward Social.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis with you, and now joined by Kendall Brummel, Morgan Hildebrand. Ladies, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Morgan, you know, a little more fired up. Come on, Kendall, let's go. How you doing, Kendall?
I'm good.
Okay. Kendall, did you have a little reunion there? A couple softball ladies were just on a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Faith, Ella. Okay. You played. What did you, Kendall? What did you play last year? Were you catcher?
I caught sometimes, and I played third.
Okay.
Normally.
But that's when we got introduced to you. I was like, I have no clue. I just thought you were, and then you told me you came here from Baxter, right? Yeah, so I didn't know. I just sometimes, there's freshmen that move in and we don't know. We were just broadcasters showing up, trying to do the best, and then, here you transfer in. So tell me about your experience coming from Baxter to Marshalltown and what that's been like for you, because it seems like, you've kind of blended in with everybody and things have been good.
Yeah, I feel like switching from 1A to 5A was a big difference, but everybody's been welcoming, and it's been an easy switch.
That's good. All right, so you got your first bucket of the season last night. We heard there's quite a applause after you did that. Was that a fun moment for you last night?
Yeah, definitely. Like, having everybody support you is really good.
Yeah. So 7 points. You made a 3. You feel good, comfortable?
I think
in a
it was
rhythm?
5.
Was it 5? I thought you scored 7. Okay. All right.
Maybe
yeah,
6.
You made it 2.
Maybe 6.
Oh, gosh. All right, so you had 5 last night.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm sure it had to feel good, though. Just get back in there, get the rhythm. Tell me a little bit about your role and what Coach Murphy has kind of prepared you for in how you come into the games and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've been out for the last 3 months. I haven't been able to do anything, so I've only had a week of practice. It's been hard getting back into it, but I think Murphy's done a good job at keeping me ready to go.
What has he been having you do, sprints or what?
Yeah, condition. We do team conditioning a lot, and memorizing the plays has been hard, but I think I got them now.
Okay, all right, well, that's good. That's an important piece of it, right? He said you're kind of a bulldog, so where does that come from, that bulldog side on the defense?
I don't really know.
Are you feisty?
Yeah, I used to be more feisty. I've kind of calmed down this year, but yeah,
you don't
I'm
want to be
definitely
getting in
feisty.
trouble and that kind
No
of thing.
technicals.
No techs.
Mm-mm.
Although, what's going on? Is Georgia here?
No, she's not here.
Did she almost get a tech last night? I mean, I wasn't
wasn't-
sure. It was a little feisty down there. She blocked that shot.
And then it was a foul.
Things got, okay, yeah, well, I don't know if it was quite a foul. But
No.
anyway, Georgia, I mean, was there anything? Were you in the game at that point?
Yeah, I was trying to help the girl up, and then the other girl pushed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Not
right.
very nice.
It always gets a little testy between Marshalltown and Waterloo East, huh?
Yep.
Is that
Kinsley's trying to talk to me from over there.
Kinsley's already had her time on Bobcat Live. All right, so you knocked down a couple threes last night. I know it's been a little bit of a struggle early on here, but do you feel like the winter break kind of helped maybe get some shots in and get you kind of flowing out there a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like I came back more confident. I was obviously not shooting good at all at the before break, and then I came back and I guess I went in 1 for 1, and that kind of helped me boost my confidence back.
Yeah. We always love seeing a 3 from you, though. It's always fun, and you made a big one there towards the end, and then you ladies put yourself in a position to push that one into overtime. How do you look to kind of keep that momentum going here against Ames? Is there anything you're knowing you're going to need to do well, maybe on the offense or defensive end tomorrow night to get the win?
For me, I just need to shoot. If I'm open, shoot. I know that you miss every shot you don't take, so you really just have to shoot. Yep.
Yeah, it's true. Kendall, what's the key to beat the Little Cyclones?
I feel like slowing down and taking our time. They're pretty fast and aggressive, so we just have to be smart with the ball.
All right. So what other things are you doing during the school year?
Like sports?
Sports. I don't know. Maybe you do quiz bowl. I don't know.
Oh, I do track, and then softball and volleyball, obviously.
Okay. All
and
right.
Then, yeah.
Morgan, I know you golf.
Yep.
You played volleyball.
Yep.
What
volleyball
else?
and golf.
Okay.
And basketball.
And basketball.
Yep.
All right. Good deal. Are you in band? Anybody in band?
No.
No? Not in band. Choir?
I was in the band last night. I went into the drum set.
I did see that. I did see that. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're good? Okay. How's the band set? Is it okay, the drum set?
Hopefully.
Okay.
I mean, I slid into it, but
Yeah.
it should be fine.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that in the roundhouse.
Yeah.
What's it like to play at Harrison Barnes Gymnasium?
I've only played there one time, and then I played there one time for volleyball, and I don't know. I don't like it.
The lighting is weird.
Yeah, the lighting, it's just a big spotlight right in the middle of the court, and
Yeah.
it makes everything super dark around.
Yeah.
It's
They're
super
going
weird.
for that effect, but as you'll see on our broadcast tomorrow night, it's not the most helpful. So, good luck.
Thank you.
Got to beat those little Cyclones. That's
Yep.
what I'm talking about. That's everyone's number one team to beat, right? It's not still Des Moines East?
No.
Okay, all right, because that's what we got in the roundtable last year. All right, best of luck, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, we'll take one final timeout, and when we come back, we'll wrap up Bobcat Live from Wayward Social right here on KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Tired of just looking for a job? Find a career you'll love. Marshalltown Community College is enrolling now for spring classes. Your future starts here. We offer hands-on career training leading directly to in-demand jobs, from technical skills to healthcare. Our expert faculty and advisors help you find your path. We have flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs you can complete entirely online. Stop waiting. Invest in your future today. Spring classes start January 20th. Enroll now. Visit MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us. We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live one final time. Thanks so much for joining us and hanging out with us tonight. As tomorrow night, we've got girls-boys basketball as the Bobcats in the Highway 30 rivalry take on the Ames Little Cyclones, as our coverage will start at 6. We hope to have you along from Harrison Barnes Gymnasium. Thanks so much to our producer, David Braga, tonight. You've been watching Bobcat Live right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.